morning, beautiful women. And everyone, folks. It's amazing to be with you today. My name is Mara. I'm coming to you from the east coast of Canada, from the edge of the Atlantic Ocean. And I just love the Midwest. So I love it here. Anyone into astrology, astrogeography, kinda a little bit. I am yeah. This is my sun line. Okay, so for anyone who's interested, this is a place where I come to be seen and come to learn, and it's so important to know these things. So for me, the Midwest is just has like a special place in my heart, and of course, it's where I get to work with Tara. I'm a farmer. I also have 4 kids, and what else do I do? Now I'm a divine feminine empowerment coach, and I'm writing my first book. And I'm realizing, I woke up this morning and I realized that it's my second year in the Magical Manifestation Mastermind. So this time last year was, this is like my anniversary. So it's kind of special to be here for that. Thank you. Yeah, it's so exciting because, when I came to Terra, I had already been working a couple of decades with women in the role of a yoga teacher, serving women in retreats, and doing different things, and writing, of course. But also, I was like, last son, I have four kids. My last son, he was around 2 years old. And I was like in a boat, floating out to sea without a rudder. I'm like, okay, I'm just flowing. I'm going where the wind blows. I know I have value. I know I have gifts. I know I have soul purpose. And I've been doing it. However, I was having a hard time seeing how I could actually create abundance for myself at that point in my life. I was like, I'm ready to step forward. I'm ready to put the rudder down. I'm ready to direct my ship. I'm ready to make money. Can we just say, I really want to make money because I want to contribute to my family, and I want to travel, and I want to be seen for my work. So I stepped forward with Tara, and now I'm doing all of those things. We just had a VIP day. I had a VIP day yesterday, and we went for a hike, and then we went to a cute little shop where I bought some awesome clothes that I love, and she like took me through my strategy for the next year, things I wanted to work on. So, that's a preamble. I'm a storyteller, so you're gonna hear stories from me. But I just am so grateful that I have the opportunity to call Tara my teacher, my mentor, my coach. She has decades of experience working in corporate America, is also well-traveled, has worked with gurus and studied yoga extensively. I value her experience so much. She has the biggest heart imaginable. She will love you and call you to your highest self. And I just am so appreciative of you, Tara. And let's unfold some magic together. Let's welcome Tara to the stage. She's fun. Let's have some fun, okay? Tara Nolan.
Rising up back on the street. Did my time, took my chances. Went the distance, now I'm back on my feet. Just a man who is will to survive. So many times it happens too fast. You took your passion for glory. Don't lose your grip on the dreams of the past. You must fight just to keep them alive. It's the time, it's the thrill of the fight. Life is in the challenge of our life. Smile the storms is spreading the night. I can do this watching us of the tiger.
All right. What a magical morning it is. I'm just curious, where I'm supposed to look for this one. Is there? Okay. For my people on the Zoom, I'm looking. Hello, everyone on Zoom. I think you're there. No, you're there? Okay. I don't see. Hi. And hello to everyone in the room. It's great to be with you. Thank you for your patience. We were planning to start at 9:15, just a little late. As I was walking in, I wanted my brand new special water bottle and wine glass because I like to drink my matcha latte out of a beautiful glass. So I was getting this and carrying it in, my little, Transformation Terra gear. And somehow this spilled all over my laptop as I was coming up. So we were up here working on it because the laptop is completely wiped out, which all just happened as I was walking in. So that's okay. What we learn in life is that we always have surprises, always expect the unexpected, and we can just be in flow. So I have someone else's computer. We got the slides. Everything's amazing. And I'm a believer that our day is going to be even more magical together when it starts out with a little challenge. So, right? Okay. So with that, I do want everyone to get grounded and centered for a moment. So I just want to lead you into, right into this moment. So if you could, sit up nice and tall. I suggest uncrossing your legs if that's comfortable for you. Drop your shoulders down from your ears. Lift the crown of the head to the sky. And take a big breath in through your nose, nice and slow. Exhale through the mouth, ha. Let's do that again. Inhale. Exhale, ha. Now allow the right hand to hold the left hand. Your thumbs can touch. This is called Dhyana Mudra. And it can be nourishing for you. And in this moment already, notice how you're feeling. Without judgment, without expectation, just being the witness of yourself. Notice how you're feeling and ask yourself, is this how I want to feel today? If it is, celebrate that. If it's not, choose how you want to feel. What will serve your greatest good? And now allow an opportunity to rise up as if you're lifting up to the heavens. You're going up, 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 high in the sky, and you're looking down at yourself and looking at your life in your current situation in the present moment. And look around and see how you normally feel on your days. What is typical for you when you wake up, as you move through your days? Who do you spend your time with? Who's around you? Where do you go? Are you rushing around? Are you at peace? What is it that matters to you in each and every day? How do you feel when you look at your family? How do you feel when you partake in your business? How do you feel when you look at your bank account? This elevated vision of your current scenario, the present, you get a bird's eye view. And you get to be honest with yourself now in this moment as to what is really working for you and what is not working. What do you love about this current scenario? And what do you not love so much? What is it that you can be honest with yourself here and now that you know needs to change? Because it isn't you. It isn't your highest potential. It is keeping you limited and stuck, and not to the levels that you know you are capable, worthy, and deserving of. Looking around at your life, just choose. What can you say yes to? And what can you decide in this moment is going to become a no? Up until this point, you felt this, you did this, you had this. That didn't work, but it's no longer acceptable. Not as of this moment today. Today, together, we create a new way. So now imagine yourself as you are up high in the sky, up towards the heavens, looking down at you, and just gaze like 6 feet forward as to where you're at. You know, you're small, you're down on earth, and you're seeing yourself a little further ahead on your journey. Maybe it's just next year. Maybe for you, you want to look to 3 or 5 years. What changes do you see when it's absolutely fucking amazing? What does that look like? What has changed? What is different in your business? What is amazing? What have you created? What impact have you made on others? What income have you made for yourself? Who did you take a stand for? What lives did you change? What lives did you save? Who is the better because of you? How has that impacted the people you love? How has it impacted your family? Maybe your children, maybe your parents, maybe your partner. And most of all, how have these changes impacted you? Now breathe into this. Exhale slowly. And know that today in this moment, right now, together, at the beginning of our time together, we embrace a new beginning for each and every beautiful soul present here. I claim that miracles are happening. Breakthroughs will occur for each and every one of you. Greater levels of abundance, joy, love, and fulfillment are already beginning to enter your lives because you are here in this moment. I claim that you let go of old limitations, old belief systems that do not serve you. I claim that you no longer play small. I claim that you live your life to the absolute fullest in a way that fills your heart authentically to you and your soul. It is done, it is done, it is done. And then we open our eyes, reach your hands to the sky, and let's give a celebration. Woo! Yes. Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you, Mark. Online, he's like, I got you. Yes. Okay. It's true that when a group of people get together with intention, magic happens. There's power in numbers, and there's power in intention. So if you didn't already meet with our beautiful strategist, Jody, and choose what your intention was for these few days, or if you weren't able to be with me yesterday, then that was in the VIP session, if some of you are wondering, then do this now. Set your intention of what you want to create over these few days together. What would make the most difference for you? Like, if you could leave with this, that would be so much worth your time and so much more. It would mean everything to you. When you know what you want out of something, you are 10 times more likely to receive it. So choosing your intention for our time together, choosing results that you want to see. And some of you online, if you could type it in the chat, if you're open to that, I would love to see it. We have people here from other countries, all around the world, all around the United States. So awesome to be with you. Okay. So, clarity on that. We are opening today up as every day has its theme. Today is our day of possibility and clarity, as you can see on my slide here. Possibility and clarity. So you will get clear on where you're going, taking a look, a bird's eye view at your business and your life, because I'm a firm believer that you don't want to take steps that any guru or coach or anyone tells you to take if they're not going to lead you to the life that you really want. And as many of you know, some of you have worked with me or if you've known me a while, I love helping people, and a lot of women and some men. We've got one man in the room and one online. I give you guys, love having you here. So a lot of women and some men. I love helping you to make a lot of money. I freaking love it. But you know what? I don't have any interest in helping you make a lot of money if you're not going to be satisfied and fulfilled in your life, because I've been there. A lot of us have been there, right? Who's been there? Who's been at a point you made a lot of money, but you really weren't that happy anyway, or fulfilled or stressed? Yeah, hands are raised. Right, so many of us have done that. Like, what's the freaking point? Because we're on this earth, we're in this lifetime, and maybe you believe like me, we're in this incarnation for experience and expansion and love and joy. We are here to receive. And why not have all of it? And absolutely, you should make a lot of money, because the money will help you to create the dream vision that you want and make your life easier along the way. My father used to say that. Use your money to make your life easier. Sometimes it's easier to sit in first class. It really is. I have more space. I can get a nap. I can get served, right? Like, I mean, so it's there's some money mindset stuff that can come up too, and it's not about anything negative about it. It's just that we want to use our money in the right way to help people, to help ourselves, to provide for our family, and sometimes, to help with our parents, to save our grandparents. When we need surgeries, our dog needs a surgery, whatever it is, thank God for money. It's a beautiful thing. So tomorrow is our money day, and we will go deep into that. You're also going to be learning from the amazing guest speaker today, Wendy Babcock, how to make money speaking. Yes, we're excited to welcome her. After lunch, she'll be speaking to you. So you have so much in store for you. But today, I want to make sure that you really build a path, a journey, a plan that's in alignment with what you actually want to live, with what you think would be apparently effing amazing. I have to say, when you were meditating and I said absolutely fucking amazing, I was a little surprised it came out of my mouth in the meditation. I was like, oh, that was a little much, but forgive me for that. Sometimes it just flows. So possibility and clarity. I want to see if you relate to any of this. So just, maybe nod your head, raise. You can say yes in the chat. Does this sound like you? You've had success on the outside. Like at some point in your life, you've been successful on the outside, but you want to feel a different kind of success, of significance from the inside. Yeah. I'd love to see, does anyone relate to that? I mean, some of them are going to hit you, some won't. Yeah, I got people that relate. You're a happy person. I'm a good person. I've got a good life. Life's good. But right now, there's something not quite right. Like something's off. Something's missing. I know there's something more. Does anyone relate? Yeah? You want to take your purpose or purpose-driven business, next level. But you're not sure how. Love it. Does this sound like you? There's a security in knowing life as it is, staying in the familiarity. This is a big thing. It's really scary to go next level. You can't go next level if something in your life currently doesn't actually die. The way of being, the way of thinking, the way of showing up, the habits. It takes a new way. And it's not always easy to break free and not do the things you've always done or charge the prices you've always charged or given the time to everyone you've always been giving. Like, that's what's familiar, and that feels good, and that's who I am. Well, goodbye, next level. So we're going to work on repatterning those habits. And maybe you lack clarity and direction and knowing precisely what next steps to take. Like, if you don't know what steps, you still keep spinning, like even if everything else is ready, right? My goal for you, my intention, and I mean, if you are here fully present, I promise you will have this, is that you will leave here precisely with next steps to take, like specific. And does this sound like you? You know, this is my thing, live your truth. It's like live in alignment with who you really are, like authentic self in the soul, the Atman. You want to live your truth and listen to your heart, but you also want to make absolutely sure you're making good decisions. Like the heart will speak, but the mind will stop it and say, don't you dare. That's crazy. That's too much. That's going to be risky or something, right? And we're here to bring both together. I want you to have logic. I'm not going to say, I'm spiritual and woo-woo, but I'm not going to say throw logic out the window. We're going to bring this together. So we use the most up-to-date modern business strategies and create a structure for your business. This is logic side, this is masculine. We're going to use this too in combination with the feminine, which is going to be what the heart and soul is calling for. It's a holistic approach to success, not just one or the other. So that's where we're going. Now, is this you? You're drawn to purpose, but it isn't, you're drawn to your purpose, you maybe know what it is, but it isn't making the income or impact that you're capable of. Anyone relate? Maybe you have found a new dream for your life, but it doesn't sound practical. And when it doesn't sound practical, you say, but that won't work, and you stop the universal support. So the energy, you're all energy, right? We're made of energy and we're connected to energy, and this universe is energy. So if you're connected to everything and there is infinite support out there because the universe is infinite, God is infinite, everything is everywhere, you're part of everything, it's nonstop, then how could you not be capable of living your dreams because you have infinite support? But when you tell yourself it's not practical, not for me, I won't be able to get there, you like, I want to clap my hands, you like, boom, you stop the flow of support. And you might find that you do this on a daily basis. Because every day you're thinking, yeah, I know I can, I believe in myself. Maybe you do like me, morning meditation and affirmations and journaling. I'm in it. And then like, it's literally an hour later and kids are going to school and the coffee just spilled in the car and it's like, this is my real life and it's never gonna happen, right? So we've got to really stay in that place of, or actually what we're going to do is we're going to create a practical roadmap for you to get, but you got to be clear on that you're going towards the dream. And the last one here, you believe there's something more, just like something more. It's a higher calling, but you're unsure how to tap into it. Anyone get that one? Like, I'm just curious. Yeah, there's something more, but I don't really know what it is. I don't really know how to get there. So that part of the work we're doing over the next few days is going to be the intuitive work. So there's going to be business strategy, business structure, and we're going to really tap into your intuition. We're going to do even more of that tomorrow afternoon, just so you know. Okay, is this you? You value your time with the people you love, and yet you fear these same people, your partner, your friends, your family. They may be let down or not understand they might not understand or approve if you make changes. Sometimes it's the people that love us the most that can seem like they're against us. And it's only because they have fear for you just like you have fear for yourself. It's not because they actually don't want to support you. It's not because they're against you. It's because they don't understand, first of all. No one can possibly know another soul's journey. This is your soul's journey. And you have to tune into that and trust and not listen to the voices of others, or you'll never get there. They don't know what it means to you. They don't know the vision you have. You can't even possibly explain it. Most people are seeing in a linear path, right? And they're seeing only what's logical and practical, so it doesn't make sense to them. What this is about, a higher calling, that's a feeling. It's the emotions. That's how the angels bring it to you. It's not like something that you figure out and you follow the path. I mean, I did that. I did what I was supposed to do. Probably like many of you, right? I went to college, I did well, and then I went and got a job, and then I climbed the ladder at the job, and then I made more money, and then I got a promotion, and then I made more money. And then most of you know my story, so I'm not going to repeat that, but then one day, one of my best friends here in Milwaukee was hit by a car on his motorcycle and died. And I recognized life is short and mortality is real. And it can be really short. And here I was doing everything I was supposed to do, but it was like I was dying inside. I was dying. I felt like if I do this another day, it's going to kill me. And I still did it day after day after day. And my bank account went up, but my happiness quotient went down. And that's why today I take a stand that each and every one of you can follow your soul's calling. You can listen to your purpose, live out your dream life, and make a damn good living doing it. It's absolutely possible. I'm here to prove it and to help so many of you prove it. Because the world needs you. The world needs more people living in their purpose, wanting to make a difference, following their heart. The world does not need more people making a lot of money, feeling really depressed, feeling anxious, reaching out at others, snapping at their family. The world doesn't need that. And then kids go to school and they're not kind to each other. I mean, it's a huge impact on our world. And then they grow up that way. And then we have bullying, and we have all of these things. And then we have alcoholism, and then we have domestic violence, and so much more. But when we show up as our authentic selves, we can experience more love and joy and have more to give. But here's the thing. What if you follow your purpose, feel real joyful, but you're broke? That's not so good either. We want to live a great lifestyle. So that's why we take this holistic approach, and that's what we're here to do. Last one here. This can happen too. Your mind gets overactive and you can't focus on what really matters because it's all just too overwhelming. So then you ignore it yet again. There's so many ideas up there and so many big projects and so many thoughts, but it's your mind's just going and thinking about it, and you think about it day after day or week after week or month after month, and the next thing you know, it's year after year. Nothing's really changing, not really. Maybe a little bit, but not really. Not the big dreams. Yeah. And that's why we're here. So I want to applaud each and every one of you that if you do relate to any of these that I just shared, that you showed up for yourself today, because we're going to make that difference. Yeah, applaud yourself. Woo! Okay, we're going to go through this really quick. Most of you know me, but I kind of already shared. I was in the corporate world of Chicago when I was at my corporate apartment. I had a home here in Milwaukee. Actually, many of you are. How many in this room, local with me, are from the Milwaukee area? Oh, yeah, we've got a lot. That's awesome. So I was living off of Brady Street. Brady Street wasn't the same as it is now, back like 20 years ago when I lived there. And it was a really, for those of you that don't know, you're around the country, it's a really cool bohemian area. And it was really fun. There were a lot of like restaurants and coffee shops and boutiques. And I was living there, and the more I went out, the more money I made, because I was selling in the restaurant industry. So I knew a lot of people, and that worked really well in my sales job. But there came a point in life where I didn't want to go out anymore. And I didn't want to be running around talking to everyone, knowing everyone, right? And yet I had worked my way up to the top of my company, the number one in North America, out of Milwaukee. You'd think it'd be like New York or even Chicago or San Francisco. So I really put everything into my work, and I was really good at it. But like I said, I got to a point that it didn't matter. There's nothing they could pay me to keep me when I realized that life is short. So what I said I did, like many of you, was, I climbed the ladder, but then I did something different. I left everything. I left the country, I left the career, I left a struggling relationship, and I did, as Mara explained a bit, I traveled around the world studying other cultures. I wanted a better understanding of cultural awareness and how other people in the world were finding happiness. I studied with spiritual masters and gurus on Eastern philosophies and just ancient teachings, yoga principles, all of what brings people to happiness and bliss. And that's why we take this holistic approach here. Today, I think you guys know, I can honestly say with my whole heart, this is my soul calling. I know this is what I'm meant to do. I love doing it. People asked me how I was feeling about this event. I mean, I just couldn't wait. I was just so, Mara was with me actually, and she said, how are you doing? I said, I'm just so happy. I'm just so happy to be coming and doing this. Like, it's a blast. I can't say I ever felt like that going to like 3 days of corporate in a hotel. I was like, oh God, let me get through these days. I'm forced to be here. Can I call in sick, right? Right? So I want this for everyone. I want people to know that there's a way that you can wake up each day with a passion to do the work you're meant to do. That you can, I was up at like crazy, like 4, and then I did my she's like, yeah, I did my meditation, journaling, but I was like, I am here to shine my light. Like, I'm here to be light and shine my light. And I know each of you are too. It's not just about what I'm doing. And I was like, I'm here to be love, and I'm here to give love. And I just feel that your work should feel that way. It should feel like, yes. I mean, what if we all could just raise to the vibration of love? What a difference our world would be. There wouldn't be war. We wouldn't be worrying about that. There wouldn't be these political fights. There wouldn't be all these judgments, because when you're in love with life, you're not doing that shit. And that's why we're here to make a difference on the world. It's not just about you. It's not selfish. It's how you change the world. Is starting with you. Gandhi tells us that. Be the change you want to see in the world. So now enough about me. Let's get into you. So if you could pull out your workbook. So you should have a workbook online. I'm going to ask my beautiful, I think Tracy's online or someone is, to share the link in the comments to anyone online in case they didn't receive it. The link to the workbook. And also those of you here should all have one. And as you open the workbook, you should come to a page like this. And this shows your person. And if you don't have it, you can still just make notes. Wherever you'd like. So you're going to look at, and I just want you to make bullet points. This isn't like a whole paragraph or just telling a letter. This is literally just like, you did the mini meditation, we'll call it, or visualization when you got here, of looking down at your life and seeing where you're at currently, of what's working, what's not working. And enough of what's not working, right? Because we're already stepping into what's going to be amazing. And then we looked at ideal vision. So we're going to work to see how these two can support each other. Personal life and business, not be separated. Like, I think that is the old paradigm, or perhaps even the corporate way. And there's nothing against corporate. I really don't have. I think corporate was amazing to teach me so much and to be there to help me to build my 401k. And, just corporate is awesome in many ways. But sometimes in corporate, I think people put their life in around their business and their, 2-week vacations, and that's not life. I want it to be who you really are. That's my intention for you. Like, so whether you're working or whether you're living, it's just all feels good. You can't tell the difference whether you're playing or vacationing or working. It's all feels like you. So make some bullet points now in your journals, in your workbook or in your journal about your dream vision. So remember, this is an overview. We're taking a bird's eye view of your business and your life, and we're getting clear on where you want to go. So write down values, what's important to you, what you want, a bullet point in your personal life and your business life. Go right ahead. On. Thanks. I just wanted to ask if anyone has questions, either in the room or online. Everyone feel really clear what you're doing? Just writing, again, what would be freaking amazing? What do you want most in your personal life? What do you value? What do you want most in your business? What would it, that's okay. What would it look like? If you need more space, there's notes in the back of the worksheet. You can go into a journal, whatever works for you. I love that you're all still dreaming. Awesome. All right. Are you guys, I just was going to say wrapping up. It's okay if you got a couple more. Just wrapping up. So this is where the clarity piece comes in, because you can't create it if you're not clear on it. And that's when life happens to you instead of you choosing, creating, being the author of the book, the artist of the painting. So now we're going to, everyone's wrapped up? Now we're going to go into groups, breakout groups of 3. And if it ends up being 2, it's fine. 2 to 3 people, mostly 3s. And you're going to share you're going to share. That's it. And you'll learn from each other and just share like what your dream points are in your business and what your dream points are in your personal life. Sound good? Okay, we'll probably this will probably take about 10 minutes, so about a few minutes each. Okay, go for it. I'll be back. Hi, Stephanie L. Stephanie Lochetta, I see you online. Hello, Evelyn. Hello, welcome. All right, we just have 22 seconds and everyone's back in the room. Starting here. Oh, and we do have and just so you know, we will have a bathroom break coming up in about 10 minutes in case some of you are waiting. Yeah. So every day is the same pretty much. Like every day at 10:30 we have a bathroom break, and every day at 12:15, 12:30 we have lunch. So in case you're wondering about that. Okay, everyone's coming back. Woohoo! In the Zoom room. Hi, Grace. Hi, Colleen. Barbara. Christine. Alice. I think Alice, are you in London, Alice? Yeah, London. Awesome. Kathleen, Marilyn, great. Mark. Brenda, woohoo! Okay, so whether you're in the room or on the online, how did it go with sharing? Did anything new open up for you? Please share. Share if anything new opened up, or one of your favorite things that you want in your personal life or business life. Now, this is important because not when you think it, like it's just a thought in your brain. It brings it into awareness, but then when you say it out loud, it becomes more real and the universe hears it, right? Like we're declaring it. Like this is what I want. Like that's the desire. And then through this time together, it's going to be desire, act, believe, receive. We're going to get to the receiving. All right. So who wants to tell me something your dream vision? Yay! I'd love to hear from Mary Carmen. Oh.
So this goes both on my personal and business. So I am envisioning, manifesting geographical and financial freedom.
Woo! All right, who else? Okay, so if you like that and you're online, then if you ever hear one that you're like, yeah, me too, you write down so the universe can hear you and so you can co-conspire. You write, I am one with that. So if that's you too. So geographic and financial freedom. That's always been important to me too. Some people, geographic might not be as much, but that's always been a big thing to me. As many of you know, I'm leaving again in, like 2-3 weeks to go to Bali, and my daughter's going to school there. And by the way, you're all invited. Some of you are already coming because we have a retreat there in May. Yeah. Okay, so geographic freedom. Yes, Mark Allen is one with that. Christy's one with that. Christine, Brenda, yes. Okay, and then we've got online, more balanced personal life to support business goals. Beautiful, Brenda. This is the awareness. Awareness is your key to healing and your key to transformation, right? So when you become aware of what you have to change, that's how you start to make it real and say, I'm going to change it. Otherwise, we just let life happen. Yeah. I posed. She had a picture. Can't help myself. All right. Who else? Who else would like to raise your hand or, sorry?
Colleen has one. Can you say that?
Oh, please, go ahead, Colleen.
Can you say that in the chat?
She can speak out loud, too. Can we hear her if she speaks out loud or no?
Yep.
Oh,
Can you
go
hear
ahead.
me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Amazing. So my dream for my business,
There she is.
which is my company, becomes a global 7-figure business that impacts millions and elevates love, connection, and success. And I am one with that.
Woo! Yes! I love it. Oh, I love that fun shirt. Look at her fun sleeves when she does that. So nice. Okay. Who else would like to share? Please, Dottie.
One of the things I wrote is to save people. Well, I want to impact thousands of people. I want to make a 7 or 8 figure business
I'm
in the next.
going to.
I am making a 7-figure
I'm
business in the next 8-figure business in the next 10 years. But
Yeah.
really saving people from early death by lowering chronic stress and raising the vital, thriving energy of the world.
I'm one with that. Love it. Anyone else? Just anything important to you. You don't have to be clear. It could be a little thing like time with my kids, whatever. Like that's a value of yours that you want to utilize when you build your infrastructure.
One thing that is super important to me that I have on my goals this year is to create just beautiful memories. And I sort of wrote it differently, is that, create beautiful memories with family and friends, not just in the face of someone's death or someone dying.
Yeah, right?
Because that's so close to me right now, and I want that to be something that I carry with me through the rest of my life, which I hope to live to 100. So, and if it's 100 biologically, I've got a lot longer than chronologically.
So creating beautiful memories along the
Yes.
way, not waiting till it's like the end to say, now we're going to spend time together.
Exactly.
But
yeah.
really recognizing that's what this work is even right now, like saying what is important to us and how do we create that. And, I love that because that's when you look at your personal life in that box here, like what would make those beautiful memories? Like, what do you want those to be of? And it's that awareness, or what's on the bucket list, I think it can be the big dream and goal, like the bucket list. Maybe it's for me. I really wanted my daughter to have the experience of going to school in Bali. I wanted her at this international school since I was before I ever had a kid. I just thought it would be so cool if I ever had a child and she went to school here and had this experience. And it's making dreams come true. That wouldn't have happened if I wouldn't have had the thought, said it out loud, been writing about it, and here I am 10 years later with a beautiful little girl who's going to go to school there. But it could also be the littlest things, like waking up and meditating, like having, time with my friends, evening times to relax, whatever it is, I wanted my weekends up north, little things. So big dreams, day to day, yeah, they're all important. It's how we create our lives. Okay, who else? Anything else? Please.
Okay, so I will share a personal that kind of goes into business. So one of my big personal goals is to help children know true love and abundance and to heal their trauma through total acceptance. And then on the business side, I want to empower as many women as possible to take control of their lives through the knowledge of their true selves, mind, body, and soul.
So beautiful, so beautiful. What a great mission. Yes. Anyone else in the room want to share business or personal? Anyone online want to share business or personal? Anything else that's important to you? Time in nature. I love that, Christine. That became really important to me too. After I left corporate and started traveling, I noticed that around the world, I did so much hiking. Like I was like drawn to these hikes that would go for days. I went on one in New Zealand. It was like, they call it tramping. I mean, being a tramp here is a little different. But I was like, I guess I love tramping. So in New Zealand, you would tramp from like, hike from city to city and kind of camp. And along the way, beautiful little cabins in the mountains. And I just noticed it filled me with so much like joy and peace and spirit and connection to nature, connection to God. So when I came back to the United States, I realized that was important to put in my life. Even now, I moved back to Milwaukee in August, and I was spending a lot of time in the neighborhood that we're in Shorewood, and the kind of more urban feeling. And I was really missing my connection to nature. I would just wait to go up north, which is a 5-hour drive to my cabin and be in nature. And I was like, I can drive 30 minutes and do an hour hike and be in nature and drive back. So I started saying, it's okay for me to take that time and do that in the mornings. Like maybe it's once a week, maybe it's once every couple of weeks. But like, I gave myself permission to prioritize taking the time to drive somewhere, to be in nature, to drive back, because it fills me up. And it turns out it supports my business even more. You know, like there could be guilt, like I can't take the time, like why would I drive all the way? I could just go for a walk. But actually, I get really inspired and get new ideas, and I think about my clients, and I think about how I can help them, and I think about what I want to teach next, and I get my next business idea. So like whatever these things are for you, putting your favorite things in your personal life as part of the structure of your day can actually help you make more money. Like instead of, I think that old way would be, certainly my parents would have been like, I'd be feeling guilty about that. Well, first of all, I was brought up Catholic, so Catholic guilt was just a part of life. You're just guilty for everything you do. So second, you can't do anything without feeling guilty. Secondly, in the middle of a work day to go for a hike, like you should be working. I mean, this is part of the Midwest. Mara said she loves the Midwest. I love the Midwest. It's just salt of the earth, down to earth people. And yet, the work ethic here, people are so proud of their work ethic, and yet it's a little too much. Like, right? What about the balance? So, how can we really be proud of taking a hike in the middle of the day? I don't care if it's watching a Netflix show, maybe not binging out for 5 hours, but like whatever it is, it gives you a break that feels good for you, like you get to incorporate that. Okay, beautiful.